My name is Ancarat. I am a Bidone, a farmer's daughter, born in what they now call Cymru. Grandmother has tasked me with tending the flock, as she cannot walk the hills like she used to. Aaron gifted me a beautiful sickle as we wandered the woods together, hand in hand, searching for herbs. Drudwen has been talking about me and my closeness to Aaron. I remind her that she still owes me, and I do not like her rumour-mongering. The crops have not done well. I am sent to the druid to make sacrifice. Under the peaks of the mountain the glade grows. Within that dark ring of trees, under the crescent of a waxing moon, I am brought before one who has been here longer than the oaks themselves. Pale are his long, slender fingers, ringed with tattoos and tipped by dark, curving nails. His breath reeks of the grave, of desiccated things, dry, unloved, forgotten. My offerings of silver lie discarded on the earth, yet the old monster seems amused with what else the tribe has sent him. I am offered a bowl by those cadaverous hands. Here, drink this. He gives me a concoction, dark as the pit. My body becomes feverish. I taste iron in my mouth and the stars burn brighter than forge sparks. I fight for breath, hot pulse booming in my ears until it seems my heart will burst. Then deafening silence. And I see the gods. She's gone. The head of our family, my grandmother. The village consoles me, blaming her age, saying the gods willed it so. In a way, I suppose they are right. The gods have gifted me with terrible potential, and I, in turn, have torn apart my grandmother in a lust for blood. I panicked. She talks too much. Rumours were spreading and my blood is always boiling. It has burned every night since that bowl touched my lips, since I descended from the mountains, changed and remade. I mauled Drudwen, that silly, simpering, meddling woman. It was my wish only to slake my thirst, and that she provide some use, some sustenance in her death. And somehow, some cruel, laughing joke from merciless gods, somehow I made her like me. It was an accident, truly, and truly you may say she harbours some resentment against me. She calls us monsters. She does not understand this gift. Rome and the eagle has come to our land. I have been captured by their legate. His name is Agrippa. He is a powerful creature, and he utilizes this Roman Empire to feed his greed. He sees that I am different like him. He makes me help him to enslave my people, uses them to build for him or move them off to foreign lands. With the threat of exposure and my destruction, I do as he bids. He slowly becomes bored of me. He does not chase me when I run, when I disappear. Why would he? Agrippa is governor now, and I am ashamed. I am desolation. Time has passed. Those I knew are gone. Maybe Drudwen was right. I am a monster. I withdraw to a cave, feeding on unfortunate travellers. I am reinvigorated. My connection to the land, the gods, my path, I see it now. I will be like the druid and share my visions as he did. No, not like him. No lies, no theatre, but knowledge of herbs, of mushrooms and distillation and draught, a concoction formed from my understanding, that old fraud. Ah, there's the henbane. Here, drink this. Oswin discovers me in my dwelling, not surprising as he wanders. He recognizes me in my otherness and shares with me his own change, his story so far. I must relocate now. Oswin was nice, a friend almost, but our kind, it is hard to trust, so I will move again. How long has it been? This must be the right path. I can do more now than I ever could before. My body can warp and change just like the druids. I use animals as my inspiration just as he did. I am blessed.
I prowl the woods and consume those foolish enough to enter. I feast on their blood, break through bones, tear through flesh. I give back to the earth, the animals, a sacrifice to the gods.
I have discovered that the descendants of Aaron live on and have been leaving offerings for me in the hills where I once watched my flock. They think I protected him from the invasion. They are my new flock now, and I will watch over them. Drudwen and her silver tongue have poisoned Oswin. It would seem he found her, sought her out, just as he had with me. She has made him think I am a terrible monstrosity. He came for me with hunger and hatred. But Oswin is still young, doesn't truly know his capabilities. And now he never will. It was not a quick kill. With my sickle I tried to slit his throat, but this revealed that it had already been cut, and the wrap around his neck had been holding his head in place. The slip and slide of gushing blood from the wound created a mess of flailing limbs. The world flickers, warps, my jaw unhinged in a wild blow landing. Finally, finding purchase, I pull with all my strength. His head now torn from his body completely, I dash it to pulp upon the rocks. I must flee, to lick my wounds. I have acquired a babe. Her name is Solveig, and I hope this will be the last time I have anything to do with the trading of slaves. I shall raise her, shape her. Solveig and her husband have fallen out with each other. She is not happy with his progress with the dock or his ship. He seems to think she has no say in the matter. I agree with her. She is her own woman, and I have taught her well. She can do better with these resources than he has. I speak with him, barter with him. He leaves with his life and some coin. We gain a ship and its dock front in the harbour. I didn't mean to. You must understand, I have been distracted. My visions and then the ways of the people are so fleeting. I forgot myself. Was confused for but a moment, and she was like a daughter to me. Yet the ease in which I threw her, bit into her jugular, torn through it for her lifeblood. My vision clears of the shadowy creatures, and I realize what I have done. Desperately trying to staunch the bleeding, I give her the same potion that had been given to me so long ago. She is my daughter. Always. The locals have noticed my constant state of fever, yet never succumbing to it, and now that Solveig is so pale, and also shows no signs of aging, we flee, setting the harbour alight to conceal our escape. We take the ship and travel north, across the sea to where her bloodline originated. I do not speak the language here, but Solveig remembers enough. No longer Ancarat. I shall be Ulfa as of now. This land is ravaged by war. It is constant. The people seem to thrive on it almost. We move further inland and lay low, leaving the ship behind. I think of Aaron and his life, the brief time I was a part of it. I shall do as he did. I will be Ulfa, a hunter who trades in game and is content in a quiet life. I found a boy whilst out hunting. He has seen me in my changed form, so I cannot let him leave. But he is sickly, and it would do no good to feed on him. So I keep him here, locked inside with the promise of bed, board, and perhaps a cure for his ailments. Here, drink this.
I lose myself to my senses, my visions, my hunger. I am nothing but an animal created by the gods to hunt and feed. This is life. Nothing more, nothing less. I roam far from the cottage, far from the valley. I feel like I have forgotten something. It matters not.
Things have changed. I don't understand. I've been away too long. I've lost touch with the people and how they go about their lives. I need to keep up, not settle and lose myself again. Travelling will let me watch and not be observed in return. I have found issue with my travelling ways. Sometimes I have to go longer between meals to ease suspicion. This causes me to become more monstrous in how I hunt, and my mind, my memories, are like fog sometimes. Here, yet I cannot grasp it. Made a new friend. A raven has realized that by sticking with me, it will have a constant source of food. We make good companions, I think. We talk, we share meals, and we travel together like good friends do. I do not track the passing of time well, but I believe my raven, for which I hold great affection, is still here, with me, unaged. I am certain they are real, not a vision. Even in this distant land, the gods continue to gift me. I have become introspective, and in doing so I have realized that to stop my memories fading, I must speak them, keep them alive through storytelling. I travel and tell tales of my home, my people, and our ways. My connection to nature and the beauty it holds has never left me. It is the constant that surrounds me. But I miss the dawn. There is something about the world born anew as the sun rises. It is magical, and I want to remember it, feel it.
Punishment from the gods. I wanted more than they were willing to give. I stayed and listened to the morning bird's song felt the sun's first glancing light and it burned. It hurt like nothing I'd felt before. I'm sorry. I just wanted to remember. To see one more time. Forgive me. My skin has been burning with an unnatural fever for so long, and now my face is scarred to show the world I am burning on the outside too.
Society has changed. This time I have been a part of it. And now we can travel without the need for oars. The dockyard back in what they now call England is in my possession once more. It is being rebuilt as I write this. My sickle turns out to be a valued item these days. I have done what I could to keep it maintained. They call it antique. So it has been traded for both an astrolabe, a device that will help me to track time, the stars, perhaps divine the future, and a compass, although I have not chosen a direction yet. A raven flies overhead. It calls out, sounding sorrowful. Below, a shipwreck. Whatever purchase could be found on the flotsam is no haven from the beating sun.